What's up guys, this is Gerard back to you with another tutorial video on taxation. So on this video, I'm going to be talking about percentage tax. So I'm going to be explaining what percentage tax is and then also differentiate it with value-added tax. And then enumerate other percentage taxes, and then we'll solve an illustrative problem for us to understand further what percentage tax is. So percentage tax is a business tax that pertains to Section 116 of the tax code as amended, which is generally imposed on persons whose gross sales or gross receipts does not exceed the VAT threshold of 3 million. Now take note also, persons who are engaged in VAT exempt transactions are not also subject to percentage tax. So percentage tax and value-added tax both are business taxes, but they differ in their rates and how they are imposed. Now for percentage tax, it shall be 3% based on quarterly gross receipts or gross sales. Whereas for value-added tax, the rate is 12%, but this is in consideration of input and output VAT. Now I have videos pertaining to VAT payable and creditable VAT. I'll link them all in the description below. Now to emphasize, percentage tax pertains to Section 116 of the tax code as amended, whereas other percentage taxes pertains to Section 117 down to Section 127 of the tax code. Now I'll have a more detailed discussion on other percentage taxes, but on this video, let's try to enumerate them. So Section 117 relates to domestic carriers and keepers of garages. 118 is international air shipping carriers doing business in the Philippines. Next would be 119, franchise grantees such as gas and water utilities, radio and television broadcasting companies. 120, overseas dispatch, message or conversation originating from the Philippines. Section 121 relates to banks and non-bank financial intermediaries performing quasi-banking functions. Next would be 122, other non-bank financial intermediaries. Next would be Section 123, life insurance companies, agent, corporation, now exempt purely cooperative companies or associations. And then 124, agents of foreign insurance companies, now exempt reinsurance premium. Section 125, amusement tax. Section 126 is tax on winnings. And then lastly, Section 127, tax on sale, barter, or exchange of shares of stock listed and traded through the local stock exchange or through initial public offering. So let's go to our illustrative problem. Now the taxpayer is engaged in business activities for the year, buying and selling computer parts with gross sales of 1.5 million and also as a freelancer with gross receipts of 500,000. Now let's determine the business tax of the taxpayer and how much should be the tax due. Now for individuals who earn from practice of profession and also revenue from business, the gross receipts or sales shall be aggregated for the purpose of determining if the 3 million VAT threshold is met. In our illustration here, the business income is 1.5 million and the income from practice of profession is 500,000, still below the threshold, so the taxpayer is liable for 3% percentage tax. So to compute 2 million, which is the combined gross receipts, multiplied to 3%, the percentage tax due for the year is 60,000. Assuming the taxpayer opted to be taxed at 8% optional income tax rate, how much is the percentage tax due? So taxpayer who opt to be taxed at 8% optional income tax rate shall no longer be liable to pay percentage tax. Therefore, the percentage tax due is 0. So in our next problem, the taxpayer is engaged in leasing out apartments per unit for 15,000 monthly and also sells medicines for diabetes and hypertension. The aggregate annual receipts is 3 million. So determine the business tax and also the tax due. To answer this, based from the update of train law, both the nature of the business is VAT exempt. So it is not also subject to percentage tax. Therefore, the percentage tax due is 0. Lastly, the filing of percentage tax shall be within 25 days at the end of each taxable quarter, and then use BIR Form 2551Q in filing. And that's it. So let me know what you guys think about this topic. If you have any questions, comment down below. I'll try my best to answer all of them. So if you found this video very helpful, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for more videos to help you improve your skills and knowledge in taxation. Lastly, if you haven't yet already, hit that notification bell so you won't miss any tax tutorials. So this is Gerard. I'll talk to you in the next one.